Guys, so I had given one assignment to you guys. So had you completed?
Yes, sir.
So hopefully everyone has a clear picture about static and execution of classes, method and other stuff. Init block, static block and other stuffs. Anyone has any confusion or anything you want to recap in this session? So please let me know. Otherwise, I will move to next concept. Okay. Please go ahead and
Please
ask.
move ahead.
Okay. So Java actually, as I mentioned earlier, so object-oriented programming. So in object-oriented programming, so each and every language follow these standards like class, object interface, abstract class, multiple inheritance, these type of things. So we'll cover one by one and see what is the class and object interface, abstract class, multiple inheritance, these things. Okay. So regarding class, let me open. Just allow me 1 minute. I'm opening something. So for example, what is class? Anyone has any idea?
The group of objects. Sir.
Your voice is not actually
Hello.
clear. Yeah, your voice is not clear.
Sir, actually, class is a group of objects.
Anyone else?
We can say a skeleton of object.
Okay. So probably some of you already read that OOFs in your academic. So class is basically blueprint of your object. Blueprint, what is blueprint? Let me, for example, we have one person. You need to create object. So first you need blueprint of that object. Without blueprint, you couldn't create the object. What is the blueprint? What is the name of that particular entity? Sorry. And how many property would have? So first, for example, ID would be the value, name would be the value, maybe probably gender, or you can say age. Okay, I think it makes more sense. And some method as well, like some age, or you can say okay. So this picture is nothing but this is the blueprint of person class. So it's known as the class. And this piece of thing is known as the state of the class. State, either you can say variable. So I had already covered the variables, definition and other stuff. Here I'm going to cover the little more on the variables. And this is the behavior. Okay, so hope everyone is clear till this point. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now
Yes,
we
sir.
can create as many as we want object from this blueprint. So you have blueprint. Now if you need to create either one or two or 1,000 of object of this class. Okay. So whenever you are going to create the object, you have to give the corresponding value. Corresponding value means you have to define the state and behavior. For example, in this case, you can say ID would be 1, name would be something like, you can say Mahesh, and age would be something like, you can say 32. Okay, so this is one object, this known as the object of that class. Same things we can do here. Okay, is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is nothing but equal symbol. Let me put quickly here. By similar way, you can create the object here as well. So class is actually blueprint of this one. So coming to this section is I already mentioned that this is state. This represent the state of particular object. What is the current state? What is the value? What is the name? In order to, when you are going to instantiating or creating the object of this object. So first I'm going to cover this part, then we'll move this one, method section, behavior of that object. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So what is the variable? Anyone want to actually define what is the variable?
It is a name of memory which stores some value.
Can you come again?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
It is a name of memory location which stores some value.
Anyone else want to share what is the variables? Please go ahead and speak. Okay. So before the let me create one class inside this. Or here I'm going to create the class person. Okay. As I earlier mentioned that Java is case sensitive and you have to follow the nomenclature. So I hope everyone gone through the nomenclature. I have provided the link. So in order to same, so always class names should be the capital. Okay. Is it okay to everyone?
Yes, sir.
And for same thing, so variable, we have to couple of rule to define the variable. So variable actually, you can say private in ID equal to, I'm not going to initialize here, private string name, private and is. Okay. What is these are? These are known as the variables, and in other sense, so it's state of that person. Okay. These variables will define the state of that object. So we had one method as well, which is you can say get age or get detail, something like that. For now, get detail, person detail, maybe person intro. For now, I'm returning blank, just semicolon. Okay. So before that, I just want to ask that what is these? What is these? You guys are already aware with these or not? What is these?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
So what is this?
XF modifier.
Yeah, that is okay. So, and what about this?
Class.
Yeah, class is okay. Class is person. I'm talking about this syntax. This syntax. If I
Yes,
will
sir,
ask this, so don't
we
reply like this. This is package. These are the keywords. Java provides some reserved keywords. So we have a couple of keywords. So keywords never be, you should avoid to use the keywords as a variables, and also compiler won't allow to use these keywords as a variables. I had copied, so we have these so many keywords: class, interface, enum, abstract, implements, extends, this, super, byte, sort. Okay, so you guys can go with this. I had also going to share one link with you guys on chat. So after this session, maybe you can go through with this link, which contains the all reserved keyword or keywords provided by Java. Okay. Let me share on chat box and just let me know if you guys had received that link. Oh, sorry. I guess I ping the keyword only instead of link. Why it's not getting copied? Yeah. So this is the link. Have you guys received?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So just go with that link and see that we had couple of reserved keyword as well provided. And whenever you are going to declare any variables, you have to avoid to use these one. If you will do it that things, so what will happen? Let me show you. See, compiler complaining like this. So this could not be used as a variable because it's a reserved keyword. Okay. So as you see that Java provided format of commenting the code. If you want to comment any section of code, you can just do this open, and this one is the close. So multi-line comment this is known as the multi-line comment. So if you want to comment out the multi-lines, you can use with this. Otherwise, if you want to comment out single line, you can go with this. Okay. Is it okay? And whoever is using the IntelliJ, first just try to hit on help button. Inside help, you can see that key map somewhere. I'm also searching. So key map reference. So this key map reference, you have to just click on this key map reference. Okay. Once you will click, you can see this PDF. Just download it. This is all short key for the IntelliJ. Okay. Comment out how you can select whatever I'm doing here. So I'm using the shortcut. Okay. So if I will select this one and just did that, you can say unselect. Okay. So just try to go with that and try to memorize couple of important short key. Okay. Hope everyone actually following till this point. Anyone has any doubt? No? Okay. So variables is like container as I mentioned earlier. So since you can say we have person, I'm going to define person, new person. Okay. So here you can see I had created the object. Let me create in fact inside the main method. Okay. This is known as the reference type variable. Okay. If I will do something like that, int id equal to 100. Okay. This is primitive type data type. Variables. Okay. I'm not able to hear to anyone. Am I audible to you guys?
Yes, yes, you are.
Yes,
Able.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you anyone tell me what is this whole syntax? What is this? What is this? What is terminology of this?
Sir, basically, this is a basically object we have created, and next is basically a data type with variable and its value. That is literal.
Okay. Okay. So that is right. So these things known as the statement in Java. Okay. And expression. This is the expression. This is the expression. Why? Anyone want to explain why this is expression and this is the statement? So in expression, we have sort of some evaluation as well take place, but in statement there is no evaluation. Here you can say ID
Assigned.
will get evaluated at the time of compilation and runtime, and it assigned to age. So that's why it got its expression, not statement. Okay, and this things is also known as the literals. Literals is basically some sort of value which is known as literals in Java. Is it okay to everyone? This is small things you have to know. So these things will use at the time of your coding. Okay. Come to these things. So how, as I mentioned that we have Java. How many types of variable we have? Java support. Anyone? Instead of support, Java provides how many types of variable? In fact, how many variables?
String, float, double, cat.
Java actually provides 8 type of variable.
8 type, yes.
8 types. Okay.
Yes.
Let me cover first primitive, byte, sort, int, long. So these many long. These are known as the integer primitive type, and we have other one is floating. Floating integer. Let me categorize like this, so that would be more clear. Inside primitive, integer or numeric, floating. Please note it down. So these things, these are the quite small things, but it's quite important. It's a, you can say, building block of your language. So next one is floating point. Inside floating point, we have 2 variables, which is float and anyone? Double. So inside these 2 are part of the numbers. In fact, them 2 inside all are the child of number class. Okay. Inside number we have 2 classes. You can say 2 category. For now you can understand. First category is integer, which contains the byte, short, int and long. Second one is the floating point, which contains the float, double. Okay. And third one is the character. character, and fourth one is the, what is the fourth one, anyone?
Boolean.
Okay, good. So we have these many primitive values. Now let's see these things, then we'll move here. Okay. Anyone know actually knew about the byte, short, int, long? Anyone want to explain what is this?
These are all type of the integers. The only difference between their memory size.
Correct.
Byte is this.
So why for representing integer, why we have 4 rather than 1? If we are going to achieve the same goal, then why we have 4 different type of variables, or you can say data types, instead of single? Because with the help of 4 we are achieving the integer, representing the integer only. Correct?
Mm.
Is it okay to everyone? Because to utilize the memory in proper manner. So for example, let's say we would have only 1. So in that case, you have some restriction, or you can say constraint. Even though smaller number, you have to occupy the memory, whatever the size of this actually data type. Okay. So because of the utilizing the memory on the basis of number, so we we have 4 different type of data types in case of integer only. So as I already shown you, size, each has its own size. Container size, basically you can say. So if you are going to assign any value, you have to take you have to keep this in your mind, that size could not be exceeded at the time of initialization of these data types values. Okay, clear?
Mm.
Clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Similar, we have 16 to power 16 here, 2 power 15 minus 2 power 15 to plus 2 power 15 minus 1. Similar integer minus 2 power 31 to plus 2 power 31 minus 1. Same thing for here, 64 2 power 63 to 2 power 63 minus 1. Is it okay?
Yes.
63 to 2 power, just memorize this one. 63 minus 1. Similarly for short, it would be 15, I guess. 15 power 15 to not 16 to 2 power 15 minus. Same thing for here, 2 power 31 to 2 power 31 minus 1. What is size of this float? Anyone want to explain? And basically, I just want to ask that what is this minus things, minus to plus? You guys know?
The length start from minus.
These actually sign towards complement. So values should be the from minus to plus in same range. Okay, can be positive and negative, both value can be stored. Character and boolean. So it could be true, false, false, false. Character, it's a signed, important thing for signed value. Signed one, it will not allow the negative. Okay, and value would be 1 2 to the 0 to 2 to the power 16. double is 626 64 and this one with the 32. Okay, this is the range of the primitive data types. Anyone has any doubt till this point? Let's see couple of example here. I'm going to define this one. You guys just tell me the age. Byte age is equal to, oh, I have already acquired, so let me say age commented out. So will it compile or not? Will it compile or not? Go
It
ahead
will
and
not.
just tell me.
It will not compulsory commented it.
No, after uncommenting. My question was, it is compilable code or not? What happened?
No, sir.
If not, just tell me why.
Byte has a range of till 128.
128. It will compile, sir, but value will not 165. Value will be something less than 127, between 128 and minus 120 and 120.
So it's not going to store the 165. Why?
Yes.
Because by default it's integer. It's coming inside the range of integer, you can see. And there is no any conversion like things which we'll see. Don't worry about the conversion. So compiler is saying that whatever I have size, you are going to assign more than that. Same things will happen here or not? Why? Why it's allowing?
Because it is in range of sort.
Yeah. So same things actually you can just try it out for double, long and other stuff. I just want to share one important thing here. Each primitive types has its box type as well. A equal to integer. Integer is box type of int, which is known as the wrapper classes for this. Okay. Max value, and similarly each primitive type has its own min value as well. Min value. You can see with the help of this as well. So here if you will do this byte, so it will give the byte. Okay. If you want to print it out and print min byte a, you can print and see. Okay. By that way you can see the size of bytes and sort, whatever. If you want to see the sort, let me do that. Keep it as it is. Copy this one. Make this as a sort. Sort. Okay. See this 32767, 32768. So you can assign value in sort between this range. Okay, only range is the matter. So whenever you are going to do, I'm going to cover explicit and implicit conversion, widening and narrowing. So for understanding this, so these range actually should be actually matter. So these range actually dictating that widening and narrowing. Okay. One important thing regarding variables, since Java 7 we can define variables with underscore as well. For example, long phone number equal to, we can say 12 _ 23. So this is nothing but this one is the valid one. Okay. From where? So since Java 7. Okay. Anyone has any doubt? No. So also Java supports some hex type of value and octa decimal, hexadecimal and binary as well. So we can also take variables value in a binary format. So that is also supported by the Java. For let's say hex where hex where. So for example, you can say, so hex start with 0x, keep in mind that things, and for example 41. Okay. So you can also initialize the value like this one. X means nothing but this one would be the, you can say 16 power 0 into 1 plus not 8, it's 0, because leftmost start with 0, multiply 1 plus 16 power, I'm assuming you guys already aware with decimal, hexa to decimal and binary to decimal, right? Anyone actually doesn't know about this, what I'm doing?
Converting to base number.
Okay. So
Converting to decimal
finally,
number.
integer value would be the 65. Similarly, this is the hexadecimal declaration. Okay. Similarly, we have octa as well. Octal decimal. You can also define the octa. Key point is in octal, so we have to start with in octal 0101. Okay, this is nothing but this is octal representation. Okay. Also, since Java 7 we have binary support. Since Java 7 can also take the binary number, non-binary. In binary, we have to start with 0B, 01, 00, you can say 0000. What is the decimal value of this one? Who want to just tell me? Anyone? What is decimal representation of above number?
Binary value will be 65 in integers.
Yeah, great. So binary is only possible after Java 7. So these are all are actually in integer representation. byte, short, long, and integer. So for long, I missed that. So for long, where you have to put this one L, either capital or small, both is okay. So only this one like okay. It's not complaining the issue because it's in range. So if you will not actually put L, then its compiler don't know that this is long value. So you have to pay some compile time issue. Okay. Come to the float. Float. Float represent by, so let's say float var equal to 3.4. Okay. It's complaining because we missed its representers. With float, we have to put the F as a postfix. Okay. And precision of float 6 to 7 decimal after decimal point. So 6 to 7 correct actually number you can see. This is the float precision. Same things for double where okay, and precision would be the 15 to 16 decimal digit. Okay. For example, let me write it like this. So you that would be more 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This is 9. So let's see what would be the output. Both number is same. Oh. Okay. Now let's print this. Okay. So you can see the difference. So float provides you only 2, 4, 6 to 7. Okay. As I mentioned that 6 to 7 would be the precision after decimal point, and in case of double you can get the more precise value, more accurate values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 9 digits. So there is no information loss in case of double. So try to use double instead of float if you need to more accurate value. Is it okay to everyone? One key note here. So if you are dealing in your project some precise value like money, some money or some calculation which is most important and you need accurate value, you need wherever need exact correct value without information loss. Okay, so do not use the do not go with okay. This is keynote for you guys. So whenever you are going to use any important values, decimal values, in that case do not go with double and float. Always prefer to use big decimal. Okay, so big decimal is class Java provided inbuilt class. I'm not going to cover in very detail, but overview. This will give actually more precise and accurate value. Okay, for example, and you can see 2 power e power 7 and 2 power e. So this is actually little small. In case of it would be more smaller, so in case of double you will lose the precision, but in case of big decimal you will not lose that precision. Okay, that is the key point here. For example, you are going to add two double numbers which is more small, you can say negligible type of number. So in that case you could lose some precision, something like big values. Let's see. Yeah, till this point it's correct. I get similar value. Yeah, because double is, let me make it float maybe. That will be more. Double has, okay. And then, yeah, see, compiler is not allowing you to put in instead. Floating point number is too small, so it's allow only 6 digit. Maybe. Let's see what is the output. See the differences. In case of big decimal, you get the exact accurate value. And in case of this, you are getting the lower value.
Sir,
But since I removed 0, so because of that float can catch this, so it's smaller, but point is here. So if you need more accuracy, just go with big decimal, avoid to use the float and double. Okay. Is it clear to everyone?
at what number of the digit after the decimal can store in float variable, sir?
Can you come again?
At what number of digit after decimal point can we store in float variable?
So actually range, whatever value come range inside the range, if range occupied, so you will get the error if not it's not come in range. And precision it, let's say it's in range and you given some more than range 6-7 precision value, so it will lose the precision in that case even though value is inside the range. Okay, for example it's in range, you can say 9, so you can see that it will lose some precision and give the only 6 up to 6 to 7 decimal accuracy. See here, I had shown you, yes, see this one float, you can see it lost that 8 and 9, I guess till 7 only, 1 to 7 it's printing and lost the other, while in double you can get the till 15 to 16, you can see 15 to 16 precision in decimal. Okay, yeah, in this case you will get the only 6 to 7 value precision. See this.
In last two variables, sir, big2 and debug, there is a
See
exponential
this.
power minus 42 and in big decimal exponential power minus 75.
Yeah, see this is completely skip that things and it's giving you only 0, you can see.
Yes, sir.
So it means that some loss of precision actually happened here in this case. But in big decimal case, if you will provide the same number, there will not be any precision loss. Okay.
Let's print it.
See, you can get exact same value. There is no any precision loss, nothing else. So point is here. So never deal a currency and other important information with double and float. This is the key point here only. So you can play around with this by taking care these ranges as measure as, so you will get the more idea on this. Okay.
Yes, got it.
You can say where. Okay. So as I mentioned that character is signed, right? So there is no sign, so it means that there is no negative value allowed in characters. So data representation of character is 16-bit unsigned integer. Unsigned means it's type of integer, but unsigned, so it will not, it won't allow you any negative value. Clear to everyone? And third thing is range of this character is same 0 to 2 power 16 minus 1. I had already put it above. Okay. So 0 to 2 power 16. This is the range of character. Okay. So in this range, all type of characters comes and you can represent in Java. So default value come to here. So let me make it multi-line comment. default value of character would be the Unicode 0000. This represents null. Okay, null means nothing. So let me show you what I'm trying to say here. Default char. Okay, just leave it as it is and try to print it. Default. So what would be the output in this case? Anyone? It's saying define the value. So we have defined with this instead. Okay, then it will allow. Okay, now let me show you the output. See this. This is the null character. It's not printing null because Java doesn't provide this keyword here, but space is null. It means nothing. Okay, so whenever you are going to actually initialize character with null or empty, you should use this one. Okay, Java actually uses UTF-8 16 instead of 8 bit for representing the character. UTF 16. Okay, for example, let's make b char, which UTF would be 0 u 0042. Okay, if you want to see that Unicode UTF representation, so you can just go Unicode tables.com. At any point, if anyone has any confusion, just let me know. I guess I have to search it in Google. Unicode table. Yeah, this guys. So here you can see the all Unicode available. So basic Latin. Let me click on this. A, B, C, D. So B, I had to, you can see U004 here plus, but in Java we have to backslash. Okay, small character as well, you can see. So you can represent Unicode value easily can be converted into the binary. You can convert in binary as well. 0000 8-bit and another 8-bit of 64. 0 1 0 1 0. Okay, it means that value would be the 66. Okay, this is the character in Java. Any confusion regarding character? So let's see, you have to represent the @ in Java. How you will be print @. So you whatever value emoji, some emoji you want to print. So in that case, you have to search that corresponding Unicode from here, from any resources. I had opened some Unicode, this one. So there are lots of emojis, @ question, greater symbol. So these Unicode you can copy it from here and you can use in your place wherever you want to print. For smiley, you can just take a look on this. This is smiley. Okay. This is one. Slash u prefix should be mandatory. What's the same? One more character is there, I guess. Yeah, it's allowed only 4. Okay. So you have to search that actually UTF-16 Unicode only. For others smiley as well. So then it will support UTF-16. So there is lots of option in this. So which type of Unicode this is? UTF-16, UTF-8. So if you will try to UTF-8 or UTF-32 will not support, because as you seen that this was throwing some exception. Compile time problem. Okay. This is all about characters. Anyone has any doubt? No. So regarding variables, we have 3 types generally variables. First is instance variable. Third one is
Sir.
local variable. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, can you show in the chat? Can you show?
Your voice is quite soft. Can you speak little bit loud?
Can you check the chat box?
Okay. Yeah, it's support. Everything and actually internally converted in ASCII. Okay, even though whatever you are trying. So Unicode, ASCII plus this. So if you will convert some character into int, so it will convert the corresponding ASCII value. So if you knew, I guess, ASCII value of capital A, if you will assign to character, that will automatically give you that character on the basis of ASCII value. Okay. So variable types, first one is the instance variable. Instance variable. What is actually whatever variables actually part of this object, you can see object variable. So these variables known as the instance variable. Second variable is nothing but static variable. So static variable is nothing, you can say class level variable, class level variables. And third one is the local variable. Local variable is nothing but method, inside method. Come to the scope of variables. So if, for example, scope of this variable id would be this inside this parenthesis, whatever things available below this line, that statement or expression can use these variables. But if anyone just above this line want to use this variable, will get the compile time issue, because this id is not scope of this statement. That's why it's giving the compile time issue. Okay. Similar fashion, local variables scope is within the method only. It's complaining a because in global variable scope we have already a defined global variable or instance variable are actually available inside the method as well. So Oh, I am inside the main method, I guess. Let me cut it out and paste it here. Okay. So this is known as the local variable, and its scope is within block within just block only. Okay. Anyone has any confusion till this point? No?
No, sir.
Okay. So also you can actually initialize more than two variable in single line as well, like this. So why it's complaining here? Anyone? Why is getting not accepted by the compiler?
Because sir, X store the character values.
Sir, y is
Because
not defined anywhere inside the
Where?
method.
Yeah, why
Why is not
actually
defined?
why didn't declare anywhere? So that's why compiler didn't know what is the type of y and what is the y. So since we have y in now scope, so you can just use initialization in a single statement like this. Okay. Is it okay to everyone?
Sir, in multiple assignment at a time, evaluation goes right to left or left to right, sir.
Yeah, so it happens from here to here. First y
Okay.
will get the value and then next.
Meaning right to left. Sir.
Yeah. And come to this person. Since we have creating the object of person in just first line, let me copy that first line. And fill it here. Oh, let me fill it here. Okay. Now, since person states are all states which actually lies inside the person, it's not public, right? You cannot access this private directly from the object because the scope of private access modifier is within the class only. Okay. So if I will try to access any ID or something like that, you can see here, so it's not available. So for now, I'm just going to remove these private access modifier. Everyone is following at this point. So it's a default now. So we can put the one here. What is the problem now? Not a statement, I guess. Let me check something I'm missing. Yeah, I somewhere I miss some semicolon or something like that. Okay, no problem. So same things. Person, we can put the name as well. Person, age as well. It's put it. Okay. Now what happened? I just put the, I had created the instance of person. Okay. In fact, I'm going to say that person one, first instance. As I mentioned here, if we have class blueprint, we can create number of object as many as we want. Okay. So once we had actually blueprint, you have to actually define and fill that object with state and behavior as well. Okay. So since in blueprint we have states. But during the creating the object, you have to fill these states so that object has those states whenever anyone asks. So that object can return the value rather than default value. If you are not going to fill these values, so these values get initialized with default one. Whatever the default value Java provided for these data types, those default value get initialized when you will create the object. Clear? Everyone is okay till this point?
Yes, sir.
So in similar fashion, we can create the object, other object as well. But each object you can initialize the different value. So this is the different object, but blueprint class is same. So this person can have different ID, different name as well, and different age as well. Okay. So now we have two person inside the company or inside anywhere which has different states and different behavior. Is it okay to everyone? Any doubt? I'm not hearing anyone. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Come to till this point, everyone is okay. So come to this conversion, variable conversion. Let me quickly cover that. So variable conversion is two types. We have two types. Implicit and explicit. Okay. So implicit conversion, which done by compiler for us. Whenever you are going to give any value, compiler see the range and assign that value as per range. So maybe if you want, you can note implicit conversion will move from byte to sort, sort to int to long, long to float, and float to double. Okay. Is it okay to everyone? But key point is here, as I mentioned again, let me repeat again, byte to sort, if anything byte value that can be easily assigned to sort. If any value in sort, that sort can be easily converted by default into integer. Same things if integer value we have, so that integer value can be assigned long without any conversion explicitly. So compiler will do that without any problem. Okay. Same things for long. We can convert into the float. From float we can convert the compiler will convert, not we. So compiler automatically implicitly convert the float. Float implicitly will convert into the double. So my question is here, long has 64 byte, okay, 64 bit, and float has 32 bit. So even though you can see implicit conversion can happen, why is converting long 64 to float 32 consider widening? So these type explicit conversion is known as the widening as well. Implicit or widening. Widening means smaller values get assigned to larger container. Okay. Larger container means sort is larger than sort byte. So byte can easily implicit convert into the sort. Sort is smaller than int. Sort can easily put the integer. Same things long, but long is greater than float even though it's implicit conversion. So this is considered as the widening. So why this is happens? Anyone want to reply this question? Anyone?
Didn't get the question. Can you repeat once again?
So had you got that implicit conversion? What is implicit conversion?
Yes, sir. Compiler do itself.
Yeah. So because a smaller value can be automatically initialized to larger container, right?
Larger term. Yes, sir.
So but here you can say long has 64 bit and float is 32 bit. So even though it is implicit conversion, it's known as the widening. Long value easily can assign to float value. No need to any explicit type casting or something like that.
Their data type is different. It should be. It shouldn't be there. We have to typecast. We have to write int before float variables. Then it will be stored in long.
No, question is little different. So long to float comes into the widening. Widening means implicit conversion. If you will assign any long value in float, do not need to do any typecasting or anything. That will automatically get assigned into float. But question is here, long is 64 bit and float is 32 bit. So why does it allow?
Yes, I got it. Cool.
So as I mentioned that these implicit conversion actually dictates by its range. Range is dictating this implicit conversion. So long range is minus 2 power 63 to plus 2 power 63 minus 1, while float range is minus 3.4. Just listen carefully. Let me write it here. That will be more clear. Long is minus 2 to the power 63 to 2 to the power 63 minus 1. Float is 3.4 into 10 to the power 38 to 3 to the power 4 into 10 to the power 38. Look on this. Range is bigger than long.
Yes,
Even
sir.
though
Long.
container size is okay, but range of float is quite bigger than
Range
long.
of longs.
So because of that, this implicit conversion is known as the widening. Okay.
Yes.
Come to the explicit conversion. Explicit conversion, wherever you need to assign larger value into smaller, those type of conversion known as the explicit or narrowing conversion. For example, we have long y equal to 42. If you want to initialize this, assign this value into int, so it will throw compile time exception. It will compile, not exception, it will give the compile time error. Okay.
Yes.
And it's saying that typecast or it's expecting integer and you are providing the long. So you have to just explicitly typecast it. Okay. This is known as the narrowing.
Narrowing.
Okay.
Yes.
Hope everyone is following till this point. Anyone has any doubt or any confusion, just let me know, because these stuff is quite important and kind of building block for your coding. If you are not aware with these things, you will do the mistake in your coding and your code could be buggy. Okay. Okay. So second section is array. Let me come on the public. Just call it array method. So we'll call it. Let me make it wide. Anyone has any idea about array? Let me cut it completely and okay. Okay, it's okay now. Yeah, anyone actually want to define what is the array? In fact, I forgot one thing. So I had already explained. In fact, so these is known as the reference variables. So yeah, I have instance. These are the reference variables. Okay. I had already covered. No problem. Okay. So in Java, first of all, what is the array?
Array is a linear data structure. We store homogeneous data.
Yeah, this is kind of container in memory which allow the similar kind of data types values or similar values. How many ways to define the array in Java? We have couple of standard ways by which we can declare and initialize the array. For example, int array instead equal to new int, and this is mandatory to give the size of array. Okay. So if you will not provide the size of array, it will give the error. Second way is you just no need to put here the initial size. You can just put initialize the value here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, like that. And third way is just it's the easiest one. That's it. Okay. Now, how you will actually iterate the array? Anyone has any confusion? Array is building block of all data structures. When we will cover the collection. So you should aware very well with array, then only you can get the collections part. Why I am saying like that? Array, since you just restrict the size, it will acquire only that much size in memory, not more than that. And what would be the data type of that size? Integer. So integer actually accept how many byte?
32.
32 bit and 4 byte. So what would be the size? Let's say it start 1000 memory point. Okay. Starting point is 1000. Second value would be, what would be the second value? Agree or not?
Plus 4 होता जाएगा sir. It will be 1008, 1012.
Everyone is okay with that? So this by this
Yes,
concept you generally achieve the order preserving the order in array list. Okay, order preservation, order insertion, order preservation, insertion, order preserve. So keep in this concept in mind when I will cover the array list, so you can get, because I had already explained. Okay, array list provide, array list preserve the order. Preserve the order means in which order you will insert value or add value into the array list. In same order you can retrieve the value from array list. Okay,
And array and array list both are the same.
yeah, both are same. That's why I'm just explaining this concept in here. So internal data structure of array list is array. So internally array actually playing the role, but that array is not restricted by size. So that array is dynamically increased when threshold value or load factor gets cross. Okay. In that case, default size. So we'll cover those part later. For now, you can just focus that array occupy the size in memory like this. Okay. How to iterate? How to iterate the array? We can iterate the array through the loop. After Java 8, we have stream as well. So we can use the stream API as well. So let's assign the value, couple of more value here and see how we can iterate it. You guys already aware with normal for loop or without for loop. I'm just showing that element 1. So you can retrieve the value by this way. So it will give the 0th index value. This is index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4. So indexing starts from 0 to length -1. Okay. Is it okay to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So length -1, what is the length? Length is 10, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 10. So you can retrieve the value till 9 because it starts from 0. Okay. And you can see the length, what is the size of array? Size of array with the help of one property value known as length. Okay. Is it okay to everyone? Now easily you can get the size of array. So let's run it and see what will come. Size is 10, element is this one. Why it's 1 to 1? Because I had put this one. So because of that, let me put some space. Okay. Now you can get 0 index value is 1. You can see 0 index 1, second, third. So other way is looping through rather than, let's say size of array is more than 1000. So it would be hard to print one by one. In that case, you can just initiate one loop, iterative loop, in which you have to define the array. You can see here, so right like that, you can iterate the array. It will print the same things. You can use also for each loop. It's array expected array into it's a for loop. Let me use the for each array dot. For that we have to convert the array.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, here you use for I less than equal to array length.
Yeah,
If
go ahead.
if I use in place of length, if I use size in place of length, then what will happen?
We do actually we don't have size as a property inside the array. It will give the compile time error. You can see. Okay.
If
Array
I change here also if we change the length size array length,
means
if I also change in the in the, if I also replace the name of array length uh, uh,
name of array length means okay. You want to give the size like this.
yeah.
Yeah, so by that way, this is same things. So just you can say optimization. It comes under the optimization, so you can optimize your code like this as well.
Sir, size of operator is work with in Java, sir.
Can you come again?
Size of operator is working in Java or not?
No, no, I'm not using size here. Where is the size?
I'm just asking for the question. Size of operator
So
is working
No,
in
no,
Java or not?
we don't have any keyword in size of.
sir, I am asking that if I replace the name in place of length is equal to size, then what will happen?
Name. Here name, you have to say put here name. Can you whatever you are trying to say, can you type on chat box?
Yeah.
Just print one line, not more than that. I can get it. Whatever you are trying to say. So you just give in whatever name or something like that you send. How can you replace the size? Here, we want to put size here like this. Replace size in place of array dot length. You couldn't do that here. We will put size here, so that will not work because this size is not scope of that method. So this will give error. Compile term error. Are you saying like this?
He is actually asking if instead of the length method, if you use
Yeah, so I
the
had
size
already
method.
explained this. We don't have, this is not method, this is property.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
of all, take in this in mind. So this is not any method. This is just a property. So had you guys ever implemented linked list or something like that?
Yes, sir.
So linked list or other stuffs, if you want to monitor the length and size, so you have to take one variable. So similar like in array. So this internally maintained by Java. whenever you are going to put any value, so this length got increased by 1. Okay. Is it okay to everyone? So
As it says, length is
array actually since primitive, you can say, and reference variables known as reference variable instance primitive, but it occupied the primitive values only, so it couldn't contain any method. So this is the property only. Is it okay to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is other way to iterating the array for each. And if you want to perform some calculation and other stuff, so also you can do. This is the iteration of array. While loop is also option, so you can do while loop, whatever. But try to this functional approach as much as possible. So come to the 2D array, 2-dimensional array.
so here stream is what for each.
Don't worry about this syntax. We'll cover these things into functional interface in Java 8 part. So stream is basically for now you can understand this pipeline. This is part of this arrays class. By that way you can convert this array into a stream. So that stream has one for each method. So if you will hit on this, you can see this for each method inside the int stream class. Okay, because our array is integer type. So over that we can follow the for each. So don't worry about that. I will cover those things further. This is way of iterating the array. Two-dimensional array. Java provides the two-dimensional and multi-dimensional array as well. So two-dimensional array is nothing but it's a part of one-dimensional array as well only. So what will happen? For example, let me give some example, then that will be more clear. Array new, you can say for now 0, 4 and 2. 4 and 2. So what happened in this case? First, let me open the font. New array, just create the space. Since you can say this one is the row, first value is the row, second is the column. Okay. So first time we have the row of 4 element. So Java create for 4 single dimensional array of 4 length. I guess I increase the length. Is it clear to everyone? So two-dimensional array is nothing but it's single dimensional array which contains another reference of array. So it contains the, rather than contain actual value, it contains the object reference of other array which size is defined in column section. As I shown you in column section, we had this actually define the 2. Is it okay to everyone? Clear or any confusion?
It's okay, sir.
Everyone is okay, right? Okay. So let me make one more. Can go here. So everyone has 2, size would be 2, 2, 2. Okay, so you can see here what JVM will do, which when you will declare two-dimensional array like this, JVM will create single dimensional array of declared size. Okay, since you declared in first box 4 and second box 2, so JVM will create the 4 size single dimensional array. So that single dimensional array contains object reference rather than actual value of that array. Okay, so object reference means it contains the reference of other arrays. Which size is this one? Okay, size is 2, so you can say 2 size single dimensional array. Is it okay? How you will provide the
Yes.
value? It's the same things as you provided earlier. Since it's nothing but only single dimensional array. So first one is the row, second would be the column. So the value would be go the first row and first column, 0th row and 0th column, like that. Okay. Second way is declaring the two-dimensional array is same as like earlier we did in single dimensional array. Would be in this case no need to give the size array of array. The value would be the array of array. Is it okay to everyone? I guess it accept the value of new int. Oh, my bad. Why I didn't give this. Okay, it's okay now. In this case, no need to put the value here. So same other way we had did earlier in one single dimensional array. No need to put this stuff, just remove this and this is okay. You are good to go. This is the 2D array. Okay. Everyone is okay till now. Now you guys have to do some assignment for single dimensional and two dimensional array. First assignment would be the currency conversion. So each country has some currency value. So you have to store those value. You have to store country currency value in one dimensional array. Since you know that it's a sequential order, so you just consider that India and US, something like that, and convert, create one. And then convert. So parameter would be currency and that currency exchange rate. Rate could be you can accept as a input index only, two-dimensional array index, which accept currency and and you can say index of exchange rate array, so that you can know what is the index of, what is the exchange rate of that currency or that country in which you have to convert the value. Okay, seems okay to everyone?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, this index of exchange rate array, I'm not able to understand.
Yeah,
What
so
exactly do
exchange
we
rate.
have
So
to do in the
have you
second
got
thing
this
that you said?
point?
Yes, I will have to create a 1D array and that will accept
No, that only
currency.
array contains the exchange rate, country-wise
Okay.
exchange rate.
Acha,
Okay,
country-wise exchange rate. Okay.
yeah. So let's say zero index contains the exchange rate of India.
Mm-hmm.
First index contains the exchange rate of US. Third
Okay.
index contains of exchange rate of UK, like that. So
Mm-hmm.
if anyone pass the 100 rupees along with 0 along with 1, so it means that you have to convert that 100 amount into the UK currency, because
Oh.
index is something like 2 or something like that. So, so you have to pull out that exchange rate with the help of that index value. Okay?
Okay. Then I will have to compute it with the currency
Yeah,
that has been entered, amount that has
correct,
been entered. Okay.
correct,
And then I
correct.
will return it. Okay.
Yeah,
So we'll have to take only one array for that, and we will store the
yeah, you have to take
different
only one.
rates.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Just pattern example you guys already done. You have to do some pattern like this. You have to print like that. So you can choose the other pattern as well. Okay. Something like that. I don't have extended things right now. I'm taking care only the pattern. So hope you guys just search it out and print at least 5 pattern. So I will ask to random name. So I will ask some random name, and we'll see that what is the assignment he has completed. Okay. Something like that you guys have to print. Is it okay to everyone? Let me copy this one. I didn't hear to anyone. Anyone has any doubt? Just copy the assignment in
No,
your
sir.
notepad. I had just pasted it in chat box. Okay. So that's all for today. So in next session we'll cover the rest of things, inheritance and overloading, overriding. So other stuff. So we'll move collection as well. So I guess that's all for today's session. So anyone has any doubt, just go ahead and ask. Otherwise, we can wrap up the session for now. Anyone has any doubt?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, about big decimal, sir, I was not there at that moment. Can you please explain little more
Yeah,
about
big
big
decimal.
decimal?
Yeah, I'm not going to cover that big decimal. But key point is, so whenever you are during your coding, you are dealing with any monetary value, some precision, well, let's say the precious values where you no need to lose any penny, so that would not accept. So you need to actually exact correct value. In that case, you do not go with float or double. Okay. Sometimes you deal some, you can say policy calculation, policy premium calculation software we have already available in market. So if anyone got the wrong amount in his premium or any electricity bill amount or anything, so if you will use the double or float, so maybe you will not generate the right value for any bill, either it will mobile bill or electricity bill or anything, whatever things is right now available online. So you will use this float and double, so you will lose some sort of pennies in each calculation that could actually impact in large scope. Is it okay to everyone? Big decimal is also a big topic, so I'm not going to cover any everything related to big decimal, but you can use couple of method inside there. So like add, minus, subtract, something like those methods available inside this. Let me show you. So you can use those methods and see that the constructor is okay. Several type of constructor as well available here. Or exception, big decimal constructor. Let me search quickly, otherwise you can see add method whenever you want to add two decimal, two number together. So let's say you have 1,000, your bill amount for month March would be the 1,000, and you didn't pay that in April month, your bill amount something other. So you have to send that accumulated bill to client. So in that case, you can add two month amount, whatever amount, using this add method. Similar, we have actually minus as well. Search. So you can see minus, plus. So we have that one as well. Plus have and subtract. And here subtraction, not minus. So that is the subtraction. So I see subtract method inside this. So you can do minus stuff using subtract, multiply this one. Divide. Also we have divide after Java 9. So you go through with these, so you will get the proper idea what is this. So this is the big one. Okay. Anything else? Anyone want to ask? Anyone had faced any problem in previous sessions assignment? Everyone has done, because in
Yes, sir.
subsequent tests, so those tests actually based on these assignments. So please just carefully do that and keep it handy. Once your Git account have been created, not you have created your own Git accounts that can be added. So I will ask to upload these assignment day wise. So keep it handy with the date, and you have to upload these assignment. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, maybe on Saturday we'll do that exercise. Okay. So I guess we are good till now. Let's connect on next session for today. We are good. Okay. Over to Gavaskar.
Guys, yeah, today we completed session 4. Thank you, students. Thank you for your, thank you, participants, and thank you.